What's happening, people? Welcome to Wrestling's podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Mandem at MANSCAPED. They've just released their new Lawnmower 4.0, not 1.0, not 2.0, not 3.0, 4.0. Make sure you guys use our discount code, the Mandem, for 20% off and for free shipping. And bruh, say thank you to your balls because I'm not trying to cut my balls off, so you shouldn't cut your balls off. Big up the Mandem. They've got some amazing boxes as well. Big up Manscaped. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode and we'll see you guys soon. Yo, what's happening, people? You're listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast, the Kenny Omega approved podcast. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, you already know this podcast is by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Bow!
Yo, what's going on, man? It's episode 112 of the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Make some fucking noise for 112.
We got Birmingham, right?
Yeah.
Birmingham's finest. I'm not talking about mist. What's from Birmingham?
Ugly.
What's from Birmingham? Lotto boys. A bungalow. It's a bungalow. Gabby, a bungalow.
This guy's the OG.
Trust me, fam.
Trust me, actual OG of this shit, man. Definitely.
A Dazzle, baby.
Make some fucking noise for A Dazzle.
Do you know what's mad about A Dazzle? I've said this over and over again. You know the first time I saw your page, I thought he was American, fam.
A lot of people still do.
He's American as well.
A lot of people still
crazy.
do now. It's
Crazy,
mad.
bro.
It's mad.
I think your branding is next level as well.
Before we get into intros, can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Do you believe black wrestling draws?
Put me on the spot straight away, you know.
This camera wrestling the drawers. Are you wearing your drawers?
Is this camera?
No,
It's not me.
Wow.
I think we should discuss that still.
We can do that, man. I'm
Definitely
open
to
to
discuss that.
anything, man.
But yo, this intro is it's the full professional Anafi, formerly known as the VHS Pappy. To my left, I've got the big dog.
When I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Daddy!
Guap.
Daddy!
Strong star rating, leg drop
You got
hating,
that
big back
enough,
rubbing,
you got
cause
that
Jericho
enough.
loving, son of a gun, your boy Dover, aka Soul Delete, aka John Michaels, aka the Pro Guap Tees, aka the Nostalgia Police, aka the Cargill Maniac, if you will. I'm not gonna lie, God forgive me if I bust my knife.
It's been a minute.
Bro. No.
What?
You got to have the Amaretto in your hand. You got to go last.
You're gonna have to down that and then do
Go
your
last,
intro
yeah.
still.
Sam.
I like to drink with Mekz.
Oh, you done now?
Is my mate. And when I drink with Mekz, he
calm
does it
down,
all in
drinks.
8, 7, 6, 5.
This is a true exit man. Trust me.
I can't lie though.
Let's go.
On the road,
Yo,
though,
yo.
I think you should go last. You're the main event.
Definitely not the
It
main
does
event.
the
It does the main event
But
this
your
week.
intro.
Cold main event.
Yeah, cold main event, trust me.
What's up, people? My name's Mekz. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac.
If you will!
Pew. Stop it, calm down. One more time.
Too much.
What's up, people? My name's Mekz. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac.
If you will!
And I am back on the WRESTHINGS podcast.
I love it. Sam Brax.
Get me? It's your boy Sam Brax. Mr. Controversial, Underdone.
Yes.
Vistra Top 5 Dead or Alive, Big Men. Mr. 150 million %. Mr. Roly Poly. Nikki Bella's baby boy. Come on, man. I'm back better than ever. Scoot up.
Fucking go.
Good morning, Queens.
Immediately!
I'm going to say that. Immediately.
Yeah, people, it's your boy NK, aka the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. aka the hood's Japanese correspondent. Aka the CEO, president, the commissioner of the TDM, Tokyo Dome Merchants.
Don't do that.
Blame it on the alcohol.
The TDM are reformed and stronger than ever.
Rules and regulations, man.
Come on.
Mr. A Daz, give it to me.
Aye, yo, this is your boy, the undisputed, undefeated black wrestling advocate, A Dazzle.
Come on.
Let's fucking go.
In the building.
This guy's very important. Very important. You see it? Give him. Are you drinking, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Top it up. I should
Oh,
Top Mekz comes and I need to know what type of party it is. That's fine.
Hey, Dazzle, top it up, man. Don't waste time. Drink the whole bottle, even eat the glass.
What for this nigga, man? Whose one is this?
And that's listen. Nigeria, we know they carry last. There is always more. Abundance mentality.
Saturday is Ghana versus Nigeria, innit?
Yeah.
Friday. What are we saying for that?
Where are you watching it?
Well, I'm Friday. What time? Wait, Friday. I can't.
Man said Twin Magic, Bellas.
Let's do it.
Is
You can
it-
look
is
and
it-
you can
I
touch.
love you, Nicky Bell. Is it what African restaurants? I know you guys.
I don't know.
You man are queer, innit?
Yeah.
Unless if they're showing that thing, I'll come here. Still.
I don't mind travelling, just tell me where.
Yeah, just tell me. I'll
Shout,
come
yeah,
watch
we'll
that
see,
store.
yeah.
I got both jerseys.
I meant to be going to Manchester this weekend, but yeah,
Myth.
maybe we'll see anyway.
What, excursion?
No, it might happen though.
It's an away game.
Come on, hate to me. But anyway,
Yo, big up, yeah. First foremost, big up A Dazzle. It's been a long time coming. I think there was a time when the podcast was like, fam, why hasn't A Dazzle come on this podcast yet? And you're here in the flesh. Do you get what I mean? It could have been on Zoom. It could have been on. Could have been a phone call. But you're here in the flesh, fam. It's a pleasure, man.
big love, bro.
Just tell the people about you, man. Tell the people what you're about, bro. And how you started off, humble beginnings, all that, bro.
Gosh, humble beginnings. Let me go right from the start. So started watching wrestling when I was about 8. With my dad, it was WCW on a Saturday. From there, fell in love with all of it. And then growing up, as most people probably experienced already, like when you get to your teens, everyone else drops off wrestling. They realised it was fake and got all upset. I knew it was fake from day one, so I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, man, kept on it. And then after a while, it wasn't just a love of what I was seeing on TV, but more so what happens behind the scenes and understanding all of that. And then, yeah, man, just decided to start a page. I was seeing other people doing other stuff, like on Instagram, wrestling news pages and all that kind of thing. And I knew I could do it myself, but in order to be different, in order to get to like, you know, some of them having like 50,000 followers and all that, I'm like, how the hell am I going to do that as a black man at the time, you know, late 20s and in Britain? No one cares. How can I do something different? And at the time, I guess I was kind of finding myself as well as a black man. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on black wrestlers. And my whole thing was to kind of just try and find as many wrestlers, black wrestlers as possible. And every single one I found, if I found out enough information about them, I'd just post about them. That was all I was doing. And then it got to a point in less than a year where people were almost waiting for me to post the next person or asking me to post, or some people DM me asking them to post about them. And all this kind of stuff, and then it just turned into what it is now. I guess the one thing that happened about 4, maybe 5 years ago now, on February, Black History Month, one of my followers kind of came to me and was like, I love how you're putting out all this information, you're giving us all this stuff. Maybe you should do this every day for a black legend throughout February. I was like, you're not giving me too much work to do.
It's work.
Too much work to do. But he kind of helped me with it. So from that, my page just popped off. I hit my first 1,000 that time. By the end of that year, I touched 10,000. I was like, all right, cool, let's do this. And then we are where we are now. 25, just over 20,000 followers.
Crazy. Wow.
It's mad.
we need to know for 20,000 followers.
I can't lie. The way you've been putting, I say, people. I'm gonna give it a point blank. The way you've been putting a lot of people on certain wrestlers has been crazy, man. I remember early Jade Cargill. I saw pictures from you.
Yep.
Who else is there? Camilla, yeah.
Yeah.
I found out about Trisha Dora because of you.
Just because of you, yeah. Even there
Mad.
was a thing. I think you done like a whole spread about the whole African.
The Pan-African diaspora belt. Yeah, of course.
I saw that from you, bro. And
Yeah.
It's like the way you shed light on black wrestlers is, bro. It shouldn't go. It shouldn't go unmissed. Like no one should, look past it, bro. Because, bro, you do bits, man. That's why when that whole situation happened, I wasn't happy about that. I had to message you. Do you get what I mean? 'Cause I was like, bro, if you understand what this guy has done for black wrestlers in general, like you wouldn't be talking to a man like this, bro. And it's not a thing where he's like, you're not even trying to gain profit from it.
Nah.
There was no GoFundMe code. There was no like nothing stupid like that. Like, should we go on it? Should we talk about it now?
I was even just going to ask quickly before have you ever had like some sort of like outrage from like white wrestlers in regards to like, why are you just sticking to black wrestlers?
Interesting.
Because if it was a white page, black people would complain that you're only posting white people.
Right. I used to get a lot from, I'd say wrestling fans, but I use that term loosely. But I used to get it quite a lot, at least once a week on almost every post that I put up. Oh, this is racist, and
How's that
if someone did a white wrestling page, blah blah blah. But my response has always been, there's white wrestling pages out there already. They're just not saying that they're white wrestling pages.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. You go on most of these other pages that were quite successful or have a lot of followers. It's very rare that they'd have anything about any black wrestlers anyway. So that for me was it. So yeah, man, I used to get it all the time. I used to actually like it because I'd always give them a reason, and almost I literally like probably 99% of the time, they'd come back and be like, I get it now. So it never bothered me, but for a while now, probably like 2 years, I've not had that kind of response to anything that I've done. So it's crazy. People get it now.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
They definitely know what's up.
It's mad. But I've not had anything. I can't remember anything from any wrestler or anyone that's active or whatever else. Nothing like that.
Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, talk about it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Where
do we start?
Where do we
Let's
start?
go
Because
there.
boy,
Let's go there.
Yeah, talk us through the day. Like what? Because obviously we saw the page,
Yeah.
and I thought that the hashtag when it first went out, I thought it was like a general thing. Like,
give context for the people that know what we're talking about, innit?
I don't think am I best to give context. Do you understand the context? From personally speaking, from what I saw was that cool. A hashtag was going around called Black Wrestling Draws, and you went out there. You made your own page for it just to shed more light on it. Cool, calm, put out there. Someone from overseas, one of our American brothers or brothers and sisters, saw it.
It's your brother still.
Brothers, yeah, you blessed it, right?
Say again.
You blessed it, right?
Just
Carry on.
Cool.
Then people
Overseas and that sort of thing, and they basically thought that you were trying to basically
hijack
their
the
thing, hijack the movement, and basically profit from it. And when it was never that, it was just a thing of you just doing what you normally do, just shedding more light on black wrestlers, which is what you're about. A lot of back and forth happened. They tried to label you as some villain, as some like some like Thanos basically. You know what I mean? Trying
for clout.
trust
for clout, yeah.
all that sort of stuff, and obviously it was painful from the outside looking in, and people just trying to chat shit on your name, just trying to, because you're not really on Twitter like that.
No.
Do you get what I mean? So it's the fact that they actually had to bring you back onto Twitter for them to try and trash your name, which they couldn't do, was very harmful. But yeah, that's the context. Is that
I was gonna ask, like, how does obviously like your
Speak
page
to the
is very much about uplifting black wrestlers and just like the black wrestling community as a whole. So how does it feel like when the critique is coming from like basically essentially one of your own, and it's like, like my intent was to put out something positive, and now the people who my target audience are now coming back to me and saying, I'm doing something wrong. When in theory, like, you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is uplift black wrestlers.
It's crazy. Like I'll give you kind of like a bit more of the context and the backstory of kind of both sides really. So Black Wrestling Draws kind of was started by a few people. From how I understand it to be, it was started by a few people who were upset with something at the time. I can't remember what it was.
Something to do with AEW.
I think so. Yeah. Something to do with that. And Black Wrestling Draws came about. So I've just seen this hashtag. I'm like, all right, this is a nice hashtag. This makes sense. Didn't think nothing of it, anything more of it after that. Just used it when it was being used and whatever else. But then a friend of mine, we were talking about an idea to have a page where we're just basically putting out basically wrestling cards of every black wrestler. So I don't know if any of you follow an Instagram page called Pro Wrestling 5 Star.
No.
He just puts out literally every indie card that there is, and that's what he does. He just put out that stuff. So I thought, okay, let me do something like this with black wrestling.
Struggling there, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I tried not to make noise of the thing.
No, you can make noise. It's fine.
Yeah, so that's what it was. So with this Black Wrestling Draws, it was like almost like a perfect hashtag. Yeah. So this is like, we're talking like 3 or 4 months later after this thing kind of started. I'm seeing no one's done anything with that hashtag. So I'm thinking, okay, let me use it as leverage to do this thing, to kind of push black wrestlers on a card. Because what I didn't want to do was put it on my own page because I had a certain brand, I had a certain way of posting and all the rest of it. So it was to take away from that, but still do what it needed to be. And as I said, I saw no one doing anything with this Black Wrestling Draws for 3-4 months. So I thought, oh, safe to use, I guess. I wasn't trying to steal it from anyone. I didn't know at the time who had actually started it. No idea whatsoever. I'm seeing it as a hashtag, simply a hashtag. I've got hashtags that I created myself that other people started using as well. Didn't make a big fuss of it because it's a hashtag. So after 2 months of discussing the idea, I've eventually then put it out. And the whole thing again was to just tell people whenever you're on a card or a wrestling show, tag this and I'll post it on the page. That was it. Nothing more than that. So I've done it. I've done it late at night, then gone to sleep. I woke up. The friend that I discussed it with, they're from the US. I saw a message on my WhatsApp saying, have you seen what's going on Twitter? Like, what are you talking about? Gone on there, I've just seen all this slander. How can you steal this? And who do you think you are? And doing this just for clout, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I'm like, wait, what's this?
What's clout when it comes to supporting our own people? It doesn't make
Here's
sense.
Here's the thing. So a lot of the response that I had was about this whole clout. And I'm like, to get down to the real nitty gritty of this situation, I'm like, how the hell can I be doing this for clout and expecting clout to be my currency? Like, where's it gonna take me? Listen, I'll tell you, man, straight, so the whole world can hear it as well. I'll tell you, man, straight. About to go through a divorce. Yeah. So then, about 2 years ago, because I'm so much on my thing, marriage kind of broke up. That's not the only reason, but marriage broke up. I was homeless at one point. So clout isn't gonna sustain me anyway.
Yeah.
So clout's not the thing that I'm here for. Like, allow it. If I was here for clout, I would have stopped this thing a long time ago. Yeah. Not about that at all. People thought that because I was telling people to tag the page that I'm looking for clout. No. The only thing I'm trying to do is trying to give people another space to find black wrestlers, where they're gonna be, what they're doing, nothing more. So this whole thing was about clout. There was another narrative that kind of came through in some of these comments that I stole it from the people that started it. Apparently as well, there was Spaces meeting or whatever else on Twitter. Apparently I was in there and was there for the whole thing.
Some people are both.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking. I had no idea what you're talking about. When I stopped to think, I was like, you know what? I think I went into something for like about 30 seconds. I saw Black Wrestling Draws and I think I heard someone mention how important it is, and that was it. Didn't hear nothing about a movement. Didn't hear nothing about what they're looking to do with it, what it's meant to be, what it's going to be, who's involved, who started it, but nothing of that, none of that at all. And like I said, I saw no movement with it for 3 or 4 months.
Even till now.
So I'm not thinking anything of it. The joke is that same day, apparently this Black Wrestling Draws Twitter page started.
Yeah, I saw that.
A week or two after, they were sponsoring or helping Black Magic, or I can't think, it's like a black women's or black women event. They did that. Since then, nothing. We're talking like what, October last year.
It's been a minute still.
Since then, nothing. So I'm just like.
Whereas whereas if this was in your hands, bro, complete different situation.
My problem is with this whole situation is that how are people trying to copyright or monetize or take ownership of a term Black Wrestling Draws?
You can't copyright a hashtag.
You can't copyright a hashtag, but it also it's like the bigger picture. It's like it's not about like, yes, of course it takes us as fans to contribute to the movement, but at the end of the day, this is for the wrestler. And if you have an existing platform with following already, and I see cool, I might have come up with that hashtag. If I see you doing it, I'm gonna be like, oh, bro, sick. In fact, let me even talk to you to see how we can make this better. Right. And then see, cool, like how we can push this out more. Cool. I'd prefer if it was on my page just because I know how the hashtag is. But if you want to do it on your page, a conversation could have been had on the Twitter DMs instead of coming out on Twitter and then starting a quote unquote wrestling war on Twitter and then making it escalate to a point now we're doing diaspora wars in front of black. Do you know what I'm saying? When we're doing diaspora wars and it's like, bruv, we're taking away from the actual message because we're doing black wrestling draws, but then we're doing faction wars between UK and US. Does it make sense? Does it make sense?
I hate to put this out there, but yeah, that whole thing, I can't lie. Clubhouse ignited that to a next level.
Yeah.
And it's got to a point where I don't know. You're half American and you're British, innit? So you're always I don't know. You're always flagging for the British flag. You get it. I know you. Bro.
My thing is,
I'm in here. Don't slip.
You're dumb. The thing is, yeah, I flagged for what's right in it, and I just felt like,
This guy messaged me about flag for what's right. I'm Donald Trump. Speak your shit, man.
What my issue was is that
No politician talk.
like NK said, everything was just derailing, and I just felt like the people that felt like they coined this term Black Wrestling Matters or Black Wrestling Draws, they're bozos. I'll just be very real. They're bozos, and it just felt like they wanted to take claim of something so they can feel as big as the wrestlers, as opposed to like thinking about, you know what, this is a movement that we're all trying to make. We're all trying to, you know, this started for a reason. This started because we felt like black wrestling isn't getting the eyes it deserves. But there's not that many black people that are showing up on Dynamite or they're on Dark or whatever. That's what I remember. So
Right.
if, you know, Black Wrestling Draws is now bringing everybody together to watch things like AEW Dark or Dark Elevation and whatnot, things that we typically don't watch as AEW fans because necessarily don't really care about it, because if you're on that show, it just means that you're just an afterthought. You're not on Dynamite. That's where we want to be seeing our people.
Of course.
So if you're now saying that, you know what, why are these people making a page? We're the ones that are meant to profit off it. We're the ones that are in meetings. You're not there in the meetings that we're having. It's like, you're not seeing the bigger picture here. You guys haven't done anything at all. You guys can keep saying that, we've been doing stuff behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, perception is the most important thing within this content space. We could not see you guys doing anything. We see you guys on Twitter talking about AJ Gray's cock and all these different, do you know what I mean? And all these different. No, bro. Let's be frank. Let's be frank. You can bleep out if you want, but you can be frank. Like, you guys are on Twitter Spaces talking about how sexy other wrestlers are, but then there's someone here in the UK that's saying, you know what? I want to put on this is what I've been doing. Nothing has come from this hashtag. So you know what? Let me just use my brain. Let me just be discerning and make a page. And it's not like I'm the one profiting. It's not like it said BWA presents Black Wrestling Draws. It was just literally there was no money that was coming towards it.
This is the thing that kind of irked me the most. Is because if there is anybody in this entire world that has the right to do this, this is the man. This is the guy.
A Dazzle.
So where you were saying he's looking for clout, he's looking for this, it's wrong, he's stealing, it's all these things. I was just thinking, what? Like, isn't this the person you would want on side to do something like this? And like, you know, NK said, it just turned into UK versus USA. It just went very left.
It was pending.
It maybe was pending.
Here's the thing. I'm a very fair guy. So I'll even kind of see it from some of their perspective as well, in terms of how it worked. Like, so obviously there was a group of people that started the whole Black Wrestling Draws, or, you know, it was their idea, and they had an idea of what they wanted to do. I had no idea of that whatsoever. So I can understand that they felt as if something was stolen. I can understand that. But at the same time, with the reaction that I got, that was the part that I was like, wait, hold on a second. And like I said, there was this narrative of me stealing things. Apparently, with someone else that I spoke to, I've stolen things before, but they couldn't tell me what that was. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I you know, I held my hands up and I made an apology straight away. I was like, I literally had no idea that something else was going on. They didn't want to hear that, but I said what I said, and I didn't want to say anything more. I put my little apology on Twitter, put my phone down. You know what I mean? And that was the end of it for me. I wasn't going to say anything.
Do you know what I'm going to say, though? So what? Do you know what I mean? So what? Like, we're all black people. We're all here we're all going through a struggle for being. It doesn't matter if you're in America, Timbuktu, North Pole, South Pole. We're all one colour. And at the end of the day, Like you can't be saying this person owns this and this person owns that. So what, bruv? Like at the end of the day, we're all here for the same purpose, to try and uplift our colour, uplift our race, and get us to a better place.
And also as well, my thing about the whole, not to even to get to like UK versus US, but it's like, cool, the UK market is a big market in the wrestling scene. And to have a voice like you, advocate for African American talent, right? It will mean that, cool, when they come over here, right, there'll be an audience for them. And there'll be an audience for them. Do you know what I'm saying?
They've got a liaison in Adrian.
Exactly.
They've got someone like Adrian that they can come, and Adrian will be the one to show them the ropes around it.
To kind of like brush us aside and be like, cool. Like at the end of the day, wrestlers need to tour. They need to have presence in the international market. If there's a black presence in the international market, money talks in this business. At the end of the day, because the whole thing about black wrestling draws is to show promoters that black wrestlers draw. How can we do that? Cool, by having black fans attend shows for black wrestlers, it will prove that black wrestling draws, which helps the entire movement of black wrestling draws. So to shun A Dazzle and be like, no, you can't have access to this. It's silly because it's counterproductive to your own movement. Because at the end of the day, these man, cool, this guy might have grew up in Missouri or wrestled in Atlanta. He can't keep wrestling in Atlanta for the rest of his life. He has to tour.
Yeah, not to make a living.
He has to tour.
They think there's black people in Wisconsin that's gonna be coming to all their shows. Do you know
what I'm saying?
And the thing is, I'll be very, very real with you. Some of these people that were now slandering you, these are the same people that are getting cease and desist from WWE because they're copying Nation of Domination jumpers. They're copying Sasha Banks pictures. So, and what's mad is, I'm so sorry. Adrian, they're lucky it's you that done that account. Because if it was me, I'm funneling money from everyone. I'll be very real. You want to be part of Black Wrestling Draws? Cool. $50 a month for subscription. I'll post your pictures.
So like, don't take me by school, like, don't take me by school, fam.
He was embezzling funds to build a school.
He was asking people to donate to the school.
Simon Levy.
It's a Pan-African school.
In Africa?
No, in America, innit?
That's
He came to London.
He came to London.
To ask for money.
My enemies are after me.
And he said the line sheet that, he said there's 200 people in here. If y'all all day donate $200, my school can be built.
Wow. You're trying to stop me.
But anyways, regardless of that, it's like, cool. I don't understand, like, where the division lies. Cool. You might not agree with everything A Dazzle says or whatever. Cool, fair enough. But at the end of the day, some things the movement takes precedence.
That's it.
The movement takes precedence. Or us infighting, our promoters are looking at us like, bruv, these man can't even agree on the hashtag, let alone the wrestler. So why are we gonna book them?
It's just,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just stupidness.
So it gives the promoters the excuse of, see, well, this black guy says he doesn't like this wrestler, or this black guy says this black woman doesn't like this wrestler. Well, how big can they draw when they can't even figure out a hashtag? Do you know what I'm saying? It's stupid.
I'll shy for the Americans.
It's dumb. It's dumb. At the end of the day, listen, like, the movement takes precedence. Man, them are beefing over hashtags.
We always say, like, we can't even, even if there's a wrestler, we're just talking about wrestling, like, publicly. We tend to say, like, we don't want to draw, pull down one of our own in the public eye. And here we are having some big ass argument over what is supposed to be, a positive movement for black wrestling. And if anyone is there watching that, any of the decision makers or that in the industry, they're literally just looking like, look at the state of you lot. Like, you see what I mean?
It's just fucking embarrassing.
Here's the other thing as well, though. Like, my whole thing was built on Instagram. My biggest presence is on Instagram. All of this madness more or less happened on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Completely different atmosphere, completely different stratosphere, everything. Like,
successful.
As another people were saying earlier, like, I'm not really
even me seeing you
Twitter
tweeting, even I see you tweeting now, I'm like, fam, this feels weird. Adrian don't tweet,
right?
Adrian's more visual, like he's Instagram. So I'm like,
I wasn't a Twitter guy, so it's almost like there's a lot of people that made whatever comments that don't even know what I do on Instagram. No, they have no idea of what I've done or do on Instagram. So, again, me being the fair guy, maybe I'm too nice, but again, me being the fair guy, I'm like, all right, I get it, I understand.
Everybody. Bomber class everybody. Fuck all of them.
But here's the other thing as well, like, I had a bit of heat already on Twitter because of the way I reacted when Righteous Reg did that Wrestle
Yeah, I remember the
500 or whatever.
PWI, yeah, PWI.
And it was the
PWI
second, if not the third time he's done that list.
Yeah.
And I only said the same things that so many people were saying. They didn't understand the list. Didn't understand whether it was like 1 to 500 in terms of how good people are. Whether it was just a list, just for
500,
being a list. But what was, a lot of it was unclear. And you guys know that when I put out anything, I'll make sure I do it correct. And that's all I'm about when it comes to anyone else. And it's not about slandering anyone. It's telling them, right, I like, with that specific list, I was like, right, I like what you're trying to do. I understand how difficult it is to do that. Just to even know 500 wrestlers is amazing.
Yeah.
Of course.
But if you're going to do it,
Constructive criticism.
do it correct.
Yeah.
One, you couldn't read the list. It was 500 names on one picture.
Yeah.
2, there was no, it wasn't clear as to whether it was 1 to 500, as in number 1 being the best and 500 being not the worst, but the 500th person. And then the other thing about that list as well was there were names missing. You can argue whether they should be missing or not, but I was the one getting questions asking why certain people are not on the list.
What?
I'm like, this ain't me.
Make the list.
This ain't me.
No, but it makes sense though.
So many people thought it was me, so
Yeah.
I had to make sure people knew this was not me. Understand this is not me, because it would have been clearer, would have looked better, and it would have made sense.
Big shouts to Reg, but I'm not gonna lie, my CTE was kicking in when I was
Bro,
No, but
I rate Reg for putting on the list. I rate Reg for where he's at now.
head- my
I rate
head's
Reg
hurting
for getting the notoriety and whatever else that he's getting, and now he's with PWI and doing their stuff. That's amazing. But if you're the guy, if you're the black man for PWI,
you have a great responsibility.
you've got a big responsibility, and you've got to do it correct. And if I'm the one getting the kickback, I gotta put man right.
No,
I gotta put man right. I can't sit here
the
and take
fact
it.
that people are even coming to you shows that you've built your platform.
This
to
is
a
what I'm
point
saying, and that's
to where-
exactly what I mean.
So, where, like I said, I'm not saying you've created the whole movement about black wrestling, but
No,
you're
no,
a
no,
prominent figure in that space, and you're one of the people pushing the narratives forward. So when people are coming to you, they expect something like this to come from someone with your platform.
Right.
So again, why are you booing him? He's right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like I
He's
said,
right.
if there's anybody that can be doing this,
He's right.
this is the man. But here we are.
I think most of my outrage was most like, okay, cool. With wrestling, you're always gonna have like the followers, the fans that are gonna be outraged and they're gonna be cooking people, whatever. But I think where I was kind of like bewildered was the fact that the quote unquote originators were the ones that were even leading the pack, as opposed to like just reaching out to you personally. Because I'm sure, like nobody in this industry, especially within the black wrestling space, nobody's naive. We all kind of know each other. We all kind of know who does what, who's who does what.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So
course.
a simple DM from whoever could have been like, what's going on here? Seen this page, like a conversation needs to be had, as opposed to like 60 million threads of these UK guys, they keep stealing our content. Then they're going on to Twitter Spaces, and then there's even one Twitter Space. There was one stupid English boy that moved to LA. It was like, I'm denouncing the UK guys because they're and all of us are just chilling in the space. And I'm thinking, what have we done to you? Nobody in UK even knows you, and you're here sucking rubbish in us, and you're here sucking American balls. I don't get it. Honestly, don't get it. So I just felt like like I said, with these certain platforms, you have to have some sort of responsibility. Like, regardless of how you feel, I don't think you should be letting the public know that you feel a certain type of way. You should be at least reaching out to someone, reaching out to said person. If you feel a type of way about certain things, you DM them. Do you know what I mean? The pack will always do what the pack does.
Yeah.
But you as a
That's
leader
fine.
of whatever pack you're leading, you have to be able to separate yourself from them. Like,
But
you know what? If you're outraged, cool. You're allowed to be outraged, but I'm not going to join you because I've got a platform here.
There's a bigger picture.
There's a bigger picture. I've got a platform here.
But then the irony is that they're accusing you of being a clout chaser, but then they're following clout because it was
Well,
to hate on you.
they felt as if I was supposed to DM them
Why?
For what reason?
For what?
because I stole their thing. Plus, I'm supposed
Where's
to
the-
tail between my legs and come
even
back to
people
them
are-
and say
even-
sorry and blah blah blah.
Even
all the
people
rest
are
of it,
arguing
innit?
with, they're like, but it's clear. You could have, bro, a hashtag with over 100,000 tweets. I should now go all the way to the bottom to go and find the first person that tweeted it.
Right.
It doesn't make any
Even what's
sense.
mad, bro, them man are moving like Adrian basically saw the thing, went on company's house, copyrighted Black Wrestling Draws,
Right.
made an Instagram page and went, you know, happy go
And
lucky.
monetized it, and
This is
Do you know what I mean?
most of it.
You haven't done none of
That's
that,
what I'm
bro.
saying. They are lucky as Adrian because if it was me,
And you know what?
every
I'll say that.
outside
I'll say that
progress,
myself.
I'll have a van saying Black Wrestling Draws.
I'll say that myself. They are very, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll say that
lucky.
myself. They're very lucky that I'm the way I am because it could have gone a very different way. I
Certain
could
man would have
taken
just
it
copied that.
very different
You
way.
saw what happened to Black Lives Matter UK, right?
Right.
Remember? You remember Black Lives Matter UK? Bro, some next guy, bro, basically copyrighted Black Lives Matter
Oh, he
UK.
trademarked the phrase.
So when he made a website, enough people donating money, no one got nothing.
If I'm broke, then my
But I must say-
business.
But I
bro,
must say, like
yeah.
during that whole thing, like around that same time as well, you guys were kind of involved with the whole Jet Power 10 thing that I was kind of putting together and that.
yeah.
And I had, you know, got my little my friends and whatever else in the US who kind of been on alongside me for quite a long time. When that whole Black Wrestling Draws happened, only man that stood up for me was you lot. Literally no one. When I say no one else, literally no one else. Probably
no one
a
else
few
DM'd you?
fans
No one else
that I
DM'd you?
know, but not one body. So trust me when I say I know who my people are.
No, of course, bro.
Real talk.
By the
Mandem for the Mandem, don't forget.
Look, even if they just stole that one, by the Mandem for the Mandem, I can't lie, it won't pay me because we've been like this from early.
Yeah.
You got what I mean? We're family, bro. All
Come
we
on,
got,
man.
all we got, bro.
Trust me.
Is he in the group chat?
No.
Put Adrian in the group chat immediately. I can't like some people have to leave though because there's 50 people. Some people are not talking. They have to leave. Adrian, go inside. They're going with that title, bro.
No. Real
The
talk.
roster's
No,
mad.
Like, that's what it is. That's what it is for me. Like I realized who was there, and that's why the joke is it was the same week where NK and Dalbo was on our show, and that's why I was so like big on, you know, British beef and blah blah blah, because I was like, you know what, I've lost all these people.
But when Mandem
Oh
talks,
yeah, it's fine, but it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. My space and the way I operate and on Twitter and even on Instagram is a little bit different now. You know what I mean? Because of all of that madness. But that's how it has to be. That's how it has to be.
Why them day, we
Mine now.
know how you are. We know
Yeah.
the fight you're fighting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, it goes without saying that we would have stood up and said, God, I mean,
I had friends that are wrestlers and some who are other content creators or other people who are, I guess, people that, you know, people follow on Twitter. They don't really necessarily do anything, but for whatever reason, they've got a lot of following when it comes to wrestling. That I've known for years and conversated personally, done certain things with them, had conversations that were also came for me. So I had people who were silent, which says a lot. But I had people who even came for me like literally straight away. And I'm like, hold on, you lot should know me better than that. And they still came. So I was like, all right, cool. No problem.
I can't imagine doing that to someone.
That's
like
fine.
That's like, okay, you know, oh my God, Graham.
yeah.
That's like him doing something and we literally just flip at him. I could never see myself doing that.
That's like us flipping on suplex or
Yeah, bro.
flipping on no contest.
No
Like,
contest,
doesn't even make
yeah.
sense, you know what I mean?
And like even as a simple, we'll have to DM man and say, oh bro, what do you think? What's going on here? What do you think about this? But a whole flipping, do you get what I mean? That's a bit mad.
Crazy, bro.
But yeah, bro.
Crazy.
I want to talk a bit more about wrestling now. I know
Let's
you
go.
got a lot to say about AEW. If I'm correct. I can't lie.
Round one.
Saturday, we're
Fight.
going home after the event, innit? And we was like, we got a podcast this week. I was like, yeah, we got A Dazzle still.
So this guy's what
And after AK was like, bro, he's gonna get onto AEW. Bro, we're gonna talk about it. But I think what we should talk about first is obviously I know you're not gonna obviously WrestleMania's coming out soon. How you feeling about it? You pumped up?
Nope.
There you go. Apparently,
very honest,
Omos is gonna have a match with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Mekz told me that earlier today. I'm like, what?
How's that
That's
gonna
had a sick promo on Raw, yesterday.
Yeah, he did. apparently.
You being serious?
It was alright. It was decent. But he's been quite promo.
I swear he cut part of the promo in Yoruba.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Have you been
You're racist. Because it's not Yoruba, that's right. If you can't Igbo, you'll be if you can't Igbo, you'll be saying almost on the moon.
Oh wait. Have you not been watching Raw? He's been kind of promo.
I missed it.
Okay, basically every single time before his match, he goes in a gorilla position. He's always kind of promo. He's like, I'm gonna finish this person. I'm gonna squeeze his head. He's never gonna get up again. You know what I mean? He's gonna squeeze it. He's gonna finish you in it. And it's like, bro, I've been getting impressed by that. So what did he actually say? What did he actually say?
If you keep talking, I'll squeeze
Go
your
ahead.
head.
That's stupid.
Man's been saying a lot backstage. But I didn't know.
They cut a promo after as well, after the match.
And was it good?
Yeah, it was good. He was like, I'm undefeated and I'm undestructible, something like that.
He actually is undefeated as well.
He sounded promising, do you know what I mean? And then you spoke in Yoruba, and I was like, oh, I'm sold. I don't think the crowd was though.
The crowd don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
I think they probably thought he started or something.
Because of, I know obviously he wasn't born in the US. He was born in Lagos.
Nigerian,
So
straight Nigerian.
I think there's
Homo sapiens.
in his intonation, his pronunciation, and he's got a deep voice as well.
Yep.
It all kind of compounds, and I didn't really understand half of what he said. Not because it was in Yoruba, not because it was in Yoruba, but just because I couldn't necessarily hear him clearly.
You know what he said?
You're moving trumpet still.
Listen, he has to speak with the mother tongue.
But if he said
British.
That, no, I'm not gonna lie, but if he spoke like that in a Nollywood film, you'd be like, yeah, I'm with it. You were speaking like Igwe Tupac, let's be real.
I don't know.
I don't really understand what Omos says usually in promos. So I can't.
No, he says a lot. Usually I do understand what he says, but this one it was a longer dialogue. So
The script was a script.
I like it. I don't mind it.
No, I thought it was good. He got the opportunity to, because we haven't seen him really get the opportunity to go like that. But yeah, I just struggled to understand what he was actually saying.
I think he deserves a round of applause for the fact that he's undefeated. Like, it's nice. Like, this is what big men should be put. This is how big men should be booked. Big men meant to come into the ring, thrash a lot of man, and he's meant to be put on. It's true though.
Right for Muslims.
Yeah.
Is that how big men meant to be booked?
Of course, no, for sure.
But if he is facing Bobby Lashley, now you've put someone you've called in the Almighty against the undefeated guy. Who comes out on top?
Shenanigans, isn't it?
The ring is gonna have to break.
Yeah.
Something
Shenanigans.
like
You're gonna
that.
have to bring
Something like that.
something.
Because
Shenanigans.
Was that WrestleMania match?
They can't break the ring at WrestleMania.
But I thought
fix it, man.
Lashley's supposed to be out for like 4 months anyway, so
Exactly.
that would be less
Who
than
would
2.
put that? Fightful.
Bro, WWE stay with their kayfabe injuries, man, just to delay
Doing that a lot.
stories.
Even
and stuff
Bianca's,
like that, bro.
Bianca's injured now as well.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot, man.
Apparently she might not make WrestleMania.
Nah,
How could Bianca not make WrestleMania? What's that?
That can't be. That can't be real.
But I think got a good promo on Roy. Like yesterday, she was mentioning the Bible. Yeah, she mentions the book of Mark about if one man profits. What's that?
One man profits the world and loses soul.
Yeah, that she said that whole saying. But who was she getting at?
Bianca, innit?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I didn't even watch Raw, man. I need to watch Raw.
it was
That's
alright.
what usually me.
It was alright. Don't
When's the last
expect.
time you watched Raw?
No, I watched last week.
Last
I didn't
week,
watch
yeah.
it this week. What are you on?
Nah, I'm not necessarily excited for WrestleMania. I think the last time I actually was genuinely excited for WrestleMania was Kofi, but that was literally at the last minute as well.
35.
35, yeah, New York, innit?
That was wait. How long did that wait? Whoa.
3 years ago, 3 years?
4 years.
4 years ago.
No, wait. 3 years. 3 years.
Three.
So it's not 4 years.
I think
Nah,
it
it's
was,
free,
that was the last
free.
WrestleMania before pandemic, right?
Yeah.
2018.
Oh, that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
19.
19.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
I totally hear you,
This
bro.
one is just, it is what it is, I guess. It's nice to see that Bianca's got another main event, even though it's not necessarily a main event. Because both women's matches are on night one.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
So that means
Ronda's
When-
definitely main event.
so when's
Yeah.
thingy Roman Reigns and Brock is gonna be night 2.
Night 2. Gotta
That's
be
gonna
night
be
2.
dead, man.
Gotta
Night
be
2 is
night
gonna be a
2.
drag.
I think it will.
You reckon?
Yeah,
I
that
think,
one's always
I
the
think
best.
putting Bianca and Becky on night 2, middle night 2 would have been nice. Or at the start,
Yeah.
would have helped.
I think
Having both of them on the night 1.
I think you end night 1 with Ronda Charlotte, because that's obviously going to happen.
Yeah.
Ronda Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then you start night 2 with Becky.
Right.
Bianca.
I would have
like
said start night 2 with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Hell no.
And then what main events?
No, main events.
Hell no.
Kevin Owens
They're
and Stone Cold.
they're unifying the title.
Almost some.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, different match.
Andre the Giant.
Different match. You know what? You know who's I said it? Because I'm thinking of see when Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's that quick match. I thought something, but don't mind me. Sorry, that's a big match.
But that was because they were putting the women in the main event.
Yeah, that's a big match. Don't mind me. I'm being silly. But But yeah, enough of WWE, man. This is the main meat. This is. Oh come on.
He's done it again.
I have to check it before.
He's done it again. Pausey moments. He's done it again.
Yeah, AEW, man. You enjoying it? You enjoying the product so far? What's your thoughts?
AEW.
I know there's a lot to unravel. A lot to unravel in terms of like the way
crazy nigga.
Allow me, bro. A lot to unravel about black wrestlers in AEW and how they've been treated and stuff. I've got a lot to. I've had a lot to say in a few podcasts ago and stuff. So yeah, let me know.
So what do you mean by how? Okay.
What you saying? What you saying? No, what you saying?
No, what?
No, what you saying? What you saying?
No, you kind of stuck it on me.
No. I said it last week. I said
Will Hobbs not my guy.
I said it. A lot of wrestlers.
Man, am saying that Will Hobbs is going to win a world title and all that nonsense anyway. But
he can.
Okay.
Not on my TV.
Okay.
What did I say?
To address Will Hobbs, the Will Hobbs thing. It could have happened, but I'm not invested in Will Hobbs.
Okay.
He's got the attributes to be able to, but at the same time, they've not done anything proper with him. So when we talk about, black wrestlers being used, and then the usual response is, oh well, Will Hobbs is da 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 da. Is he really?
I told them.
No. He's not.
No, but his one's different. Your thing is that your one's different. His one's
But
his one's a different.
You're saying he hasn't got the capacity. Asian's just more or less saying like, listen, we can only go based on what AEW are showing us.
Yeah.
AEW are not showing us that he's a main guy.
Right.
You look at him and think like, yeah, no, this guy hasn't got the juice.
He hasn't got it.
I think he has, but he just haven't done anything with him. So I can understand why someone wouldn't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm kind of there. I don't really care because they haven't done anything with him. It's not because he's not capable or he can't be or whatever else. They just haven't done anything with him. So I've got no reason to think, anything different.
NK is killing me. I'm sorry.
NK agrees with me for once.
No, James, I hear it.
In it.
I did say last week is that my only problem is this: is that when it comes to AEW, like a lot of wrestlers, like I want to see more of these new signed black wrestlers or even new wrestlers on the main show. And I'm talking about the main show. I'm talking about Dynamite. I get that Dynamite is packed. I get that a lot of things happen on Dynamite. But at least, like, I know you can fit them in, bro. Do you get what I mean? But obviously, we didn't had this discussion last week. My Enke was like, bro, look at Dynamite's card last week. Where would you change the match?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
completely.
But there's every week we have a Dynamite. Why is it only Rampage where people are asleep, people are slumbering, people are not really taken to the product where you want to be putting man like Keith Lee and Swerve Scott? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
or even like Jay Lethal as well. Jay Lethal's a tragedy. Man's in AEW Dark.
Jay Lethal's tragedy. That one.
AEW Dark. Like, bro, if WWE were to do that, we'll never hear the end of the day.
Never.
If WWE signed Jay Lethal and put Jay Lethal on main event or 205 Live,
You're having a
bro,
laugh,
you man
bro.
will smash head on the wall.
Having a laugh.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, according to people on Twitter that tried to cook me last week, apparently everything's going to be safe because Ring of Honor's there now. So
Yeah,
I can't
right.
lie.
Nah, I'm not excited.
But
Jay Lethal that said that he's all elite.
Elite.
Now he's going back to Ring of Honor.
Exactly.
Tell me something.
Exactly.
Are you man gas for, sorry, not to be deep, be honest with me. Look in my eye.
nobody's gassed for Ring of Honor.
Thank
Nah.
you. No. Are you gas for a super card? Yeah.
Nobody's
Are you gas
gassed.
for a super card? Are you gonna watch
You're
it?
gassed for what?
No, I'm excited to watch the show. Yeah.
I'm
I'm not excited.
I'm intrigued.
lie.
I'm not excited. I'm intrigued.
I'm
see
even
what
intrigued.
I
happens.
want to see FTR versus Briscoes. I want to see Lee Moriarty versus Jay Lethal. I
I
want
don't
to.
care for that match.
I'm excited for the show, but I'm not going out saying it's the greatest
You
thing.
can't be
since sliced
excited though. There's been no video package.
Nothing.
All your matches have just been announced.
bread. But no.
Don't
I'm
be excited. Don't lie. You're not excited.
No, I'm excited for Briscoes versus FTR. That's
Okay,
the match
maybe
I'm
that
excited,
one
yeah.
match, the whole event, you're ready
I'm
to
gonna
watch
watch it, though.
Yeah, you're gonna watch it. You're not excited. You choose your words wisely. As your brother, I thought you choose your words wisely. I don't want them to cook you and now say this show is shit and this nigga was excited.
No.
I'm saying that's your brother, innit?
Am I anticipating watching the show? Yes.
yeah, say like
I'm
that,
anticipating
bro.
watching
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Excited.
Will I watch the show?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I how many times outside of AW, how many times do you hear me say, I'm going to watch the show? I'm always quiet. I'm always pim. I don't watch bare shows. Ring of Honor is something I'm going to take my time to watch. And if the show is shit, I'm going to say it's shit. But I'm going to watch the show because I want to see what happens after Ring of Honor as well.
Yeah.
But most importantly, yes, the main draw is FTR versus Briscoes. That's my main
That's the
draw.
draw, that's the draw.
That's my main draw. So I'm going to watch it. That's simple.
For me, I am excited to see what's going to happen with Ring of Honor. I'm very much kind of looking at it as, NXT done this whole NXT 2.0 thing. So I want to see, even if it's gonna go grassroots like that, and bring up some new younger guys and stuff. I want to see how that's gonna.
That's what it needs to do. That's what it has to do.
Yeah, I want to see the guys like I think I was saying earlier, like Cesaro that we've been mentioning in the past week should be someone that goes over there, becomes world champion ASAP sort of thing. I want to see the likes of Daniel Garcia or Moriarty
That's what I want to see.
become world champion at Ring of Honor. If they're going to use it for these younger talents, almost like an excursion for younger talents from AEW to Ring of Honor, and then obviously bring in some other guys, then yeah, that I'm looking forward to.
I'm sorry. I have to say this, bro. Look, these men are good wrestlers. Daniel Garcia, Emily Moriarty. Why do they need to go to Ring of Honor to prove that they're good wrestlers? Let them wrestle on Dynamite.
Right.
Put them match on Dynamite. Was Chris from Moore going to thingy?
You know what the thing is though? Reps is what they need.
Yeah.
It's the regularity.
I get that. I get the reps. I get that sort of stuff. But bro, in wrestling, if you keep seeing the same wrestler over and over again, bro, they'll go over. People respect them other than them being a world-class wrestler.
Well,
bro,
here we go.
Him opening his mouth saying that thing like Chris
You've got
Jericho.
Hook.
Look at the pop.
You've got Hook.
Where's that guy?
You know what I mean?
Where is that guy? I bought his merch.
I told them.
No, wait.
I told them.
I was actually back.
I told them. I told them.
Hey, Sam, I was back there.
No, where is he then?
He had a program with on
QT
Revolution.
Yeah, he was on Revolution.
Yeah, he had a program.
QT, he finished his program.
I
with
thought he was
QT
going to go
Marshall.
to the moon.
But he has gone to the moon.
He's en route.
No, he's
on the route, bro.
yeah,
You know how long the journey to the
doing
moon is? It's not 5 days, you know.
He got to do it 3 months. Bro, it takes long, you know.
But in this 2022, it doesn't take you long to get to the moon now.
So who's going to the moon in
So
3
we went to
months?
the moon in a few last months.
There you go. Question next. Next question, please. Question next.
I was agreeing with you, so you ruined it as well, fam. I was with you, fam. You ruined it, bro.
You know, I haven't been watching wrestling that much in it, so I apologize again.
But guys, you get what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
For example, prime example, I'm not trying to compare man to John Cena or compare man to who else is there? Who else is that came on the scene in Ruthless Aggression that you kept on seeing over and over again? And another guy, Dolph Ziggler. No, Kurt Angle's always been special. No, wait. Kurt Angle's is a good example, in fact. Bro, if we keep seeing this man on TV, we're gonna grow a liking for these guys.
Right.
And AEW needs more people. Basically, in order for you to be a complete wrestler, a great wrestler, everyone needs to be able to talk and touch mic and be Daniel Bryan. That's the reason why I like Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan can talk and he can wrestle. John Moxley can talk and he can wrestle. Bro, but these wrestlers, if they keep coming on, obviously make mistakes, whatever. They come and talk and they wrestle, bro. We're gonna gravitate toward them more.
But then I do hear their point at the same time. As much as I don't want Ring of Honor to be NXT 2.0, but that's just me being a nostalgia whore, even though I'm a nostalgia police.
That's wild.
Reps is important.
Man's Juan Benito.
Top boy. Reps are important. At the end of the day, if we're going to be seeing them regularly on Ring of Honor and they're making the mistakes on Ring of Honor, they're talking, and if they can't speak, they're speaking on Ring of Honor. By the time they now go back to AEW,
They're polished.
they'll be polished. So people like Brian Pillman Jr. that I criticize all the time, that I think sucks.
How many times he's been on TV?
He's been on
TV Bear.
He's been on TV Bears.
Man,
He's been in MLW. He's been in all these indies. He's been getting his reps, but at the same time, he needs another a TV format where he can be there every single week and be doing it. And by the time he comes back to AEW, he'll be more polished.
Bro,
There's only so much MLW can do for you.
Exactly.
There's only so much being on Dark can do for you. Dark is not even replicating TV.
No, it's not. And the thing is, look at a prime example of a person we rate today, Bianca Belair. Bro, she spent years in NXT, fixing her shit, doing this, doing that, cultivating the gimmick. By the time she came to the main roster, complete package. Yeah. Complete package. So that time in quote unquote developing your craft is necessary, bro. You can't just, because at the end of the day, we talk about the worst thing you can do with certain talent is overexposure. Because first impressions matter. If you put someone on TV, and they're making a ton of mistakes, what Mandem are gonna say? He's not radio TV. Get him off TV. Right. And then the roster can, and then they'll get him off.
Every segment,
They're gonna get him off TV. Gonna replace him. Right. And then you've just wasted someone. Wow. You put someone on a product where it's not gonna have as much eyes on them as AEW, but they're able to cultivate, develop the talent. By the time they get there, they're gonna be ready, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
The only reason I'm saying this is because, bro, I've seen this man on TV. I've seen Moriarty on TV. I've seen.
And what did we say about Moriarty?
Bro,
Did we not flame Moriarty? He's giving that
No. But I'm not talking about that.
Deeper, look at Moriarty. We saw him every week for a good period.
We
outside of wrestling, what is Moriarty
That's
doing?
what I'm trying to get to.
He is turning around, spinning. That's all he's doing, and he's having good matches. But we know that's not enough for TV. So if it was MLW or GCW, oh my God, Moriarty will be gone.
Bro, we
But this
spent-
is fucking TV,
We
bro.
spent a whole like 20 minutes cooking
We
Tiger
cooked
style.
him.
We cooked him. So we
We
can't
asked what
say
is Tiger
man them
style.
or be on TV and then we're coming there cooking him. Put him in
What is
developmental.
Tiger Style? You tell us. Seeing as you're caping through.
I know, but I'm not. Okay, let me explain my point for the fan. After this, I'm not talking.
No, like I said, no, hear me out. Like I said, two things can be true. Your point is true,
Yeah.
but their point is also true.
Of course, a fact. But I'll say this, yeah, cool. Because I've seen these wrestlers on TV over and over again, yeah, I just feel like they're missing a little bit of something, which is promo or even speaking on the mic. Because every wrestler needs to be able to cut a sick promo. If you go back to the days of WCW, even though some of these matches are shit, some of the wrestlers can cut good promo backstage.
Of course.
WWE, yeah, some of the promos are good, some of the promos are bad. All I want for these wrestlers that are putting on dark and blah, 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 let them cut promos. Even if it's the thing where they're in a little box, you know that little box, the cutaway, and then in the little box, and after that, yeah, I'm going to beat them. Bro, give us more, do you know what I mean? Just give them these style promos. And after as time goes on, they'll get better and better and better. Bro, one thing I learned about in terms of my career, if you get thrown in the deep end, you learn fast. I got thrown in the deep end, bro. That's how I learned how to edit.
Yeah, or you drown.
That's what I'm trying to say. Bro, you won't drown in AW. There's too much class for you. They're not gonna let you. You get what I mean? It's impossible.
I understand that. What
Bro,
you know,
it's impossible.
You're very
Hear what I'm
optimistic.
trying to say.
You're very optimistic, but there's people drowning right
Women
now.
are fighting for their life.
Drowning right now.
Help me.
What? You can't drown in AEW.
No, it's us. What's the Knicks are not going to drown.
What I'm trying to say is this. If you drown in AW, there's people there to help you and teach you. So what?
We have heard by people that have been there. Chavo Guerrero,
Okay, cool.
Big Swole.
I take it back. It's okay. It's arrest me.
There is little to no direction.
It's okay.
No, listen, I'm not. It's not to draw you out. It's not to draw you out. What you have is a very optimistic approach. Yeah, which we all wish that this happened. That all these guys come on TV and they just get it and they're just ready in it. But it isn't the case. Like Daniel Garcia now being aligned with Jericho is for a reason. Jericho ain't gonna teach him how to wrestle. Let's be completely honest.
Speak, right?
He's gonna teach him how to speak. He's gonna teach him about presence. He's gonna teach him about owning the camera, owning the crowd, all of that kind of stuff. That's his developmental sort of thing. That's why he's there, sort of thing. So all of these things have a purpose, and as we know, wrestling is so key with timing. Like there is no space for these men to come through and even win a little TNT championship right now. We can't even lie to ourselves.
It's tight.
So let them go off somewhere else, not even just Ring of Honor, if it's anywhere else, and just get in some more reps, become champion elsewhere. Anything they do elsewhere, and okay, this worked well. Maybe I can try this on TV eventually, one day, or whatever the case is. That's what it's about.
Bro, I just think what it is, because it's not like these men are not doing the reps like the Daniel Garcia's, Lee Moriarty's. They're doing the GCWs, they're doing the AEWs.
Of course.
I feel like they just need to do more things where it incorporates them speaking. We already know that Daniel Garcia can already kind of speak. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him prop with his promo with stuff with like Eddie Kingston. We've seen the stuff with 2.0. 2.0 very good, by the way. But people like Lee Moriarty, Brian Pillman, all these other people that are not really getting the chance to speak on TV, and when they do, they sound very, very green. Will Hobbs as well. They need more people need to be shifted, not even shift from the company, just shifted off TV for a bit, just to go to other companies, and even if it's like going to House of Glory,
the issue is
interfering and cutting a promo, just getting your reps. That's literally
the issue. The issue is that whole lack of character.
Yeah,
We're not invested. We're not invested in who they are.
And
Like,
you know
yeah,
what? And you know what it is. Sorry to even kind of overgo you. Yeah. I feel like I feel it's just it's with this generation of wrestling. To be honest with you,
generally it is.
you've lost a lot of character.
We said this a few weeks
You know what I mean?
ago.
And
And
it's
it's
just-
acting classes.
Yeah, of course.
And
And it's just down to
There's
wrestling.
characters
This
there.
is why Roman's as great as he is, because he probably had to go back to the drawing board, understand how to be
Come
a
back with a
fucking proper
character.
actor, and now you're coming with a character.
Come back with a character.
I don't think it's the free.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that's
Everyone in
changed.
this day and age knows how to wrestle now.
Do you know what I
Everyone
mean?
knows how to wrestle.
That's a
Everyone can
basic
do
thing.
a shooting star press.
That's what Vince was saying, bro.
Everyone's got it.
That's what
now.
I'm saying.
You can be a wrestler, but you need to people
Be
need
a
to be
WWE superstar.
Yeah.
Scoot up, boom.
Needs to be a, no, forget I say take over WWE. Be a superstar.
Right.
That's what
But it's not even just WWE, because it's like AEW is running TV shows, they're running pay-per-views. There still needs to be big names that we are tuning in for these pay-per-views. So, yeah, Kenny Omega knows how to talk. Remember that old argument, Kenny Omega don't know how to talk.
He talks.
He knows how to talk. Like Moxley has been in the sports entertainment place. the younger guys in AEW need to be seeing these guys at the top and see that literally wrestling, as we always say, ain't gonna pay my bills alone. It's not just about doing suplexes and that.
And
I
it's
need
not
more to
about
my
getting
character.
5-star matches.
What's crazy is
It's not. I'm telling. Okay, sorry.
Sorry. So what's crazy is like we're saying all this stuff about people need to be able to talk and all the rest of it, but yet their biggest up and coming star, all he does is talk. MJF. And he's so over because he knows how to talk. How many wrestling matches has MJF actually had?
How many?
When he has wrestling matches, he blows
He's
us away.
good.
The thing is,
No, he's good. It's not that.
That's why.
That's what I'm saying. It's not over.
the
It's
thing
not
is-
over because of his wrestling.
That's what.
He's not over because of his wrestling. He's over because he can speak.
The thing
No,
is,
wrestling is just an additional to it.
Do you
Right.
do you really need a 5-star Monclizzy for you to get where you like big in this
see
industry?
the
right
thing
now?
is,
It doesn't. I don't think so, bro.
For-
Do
bro,
you know what you have to remember?
Not at all.
5-star matches is an exclusive club. Not everybody is actually.
But you know what it is? You know what it is? For you to have that Monclizzy, Canada Goose kind of 5-star kind of match, you got to build promotion towards it, fam.
And people
As
got
in
to
any
like you.
sport,
People got to like you as a wrestler yourself.
You've got to build that match to say, you know what, this match is going to be fucking crazy. Let me actually stay tuned to now watching it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of, okay, you barely talk and then you pull off a good match. Yeah, it's amazing and everything. But now, what's my build up? What's going to make me be like, oh shit?
What's gonna make me
this
buy
needs
that
to
next
happen?
action figure you've got?
Wait.
What's gonna make me buy the
Wait.
t-shirt? What's gonna make me buy the backpack for my son that's going to school?
I think more
Let me
wrestlers need to come
know.
to this country. Honestly, I think
Yeah, no,
more
no.
Oh
wrestlers
yeah,
come to
real
this
talk.
country.
Real
They
talk.
actually need to come
Real
here.
talk.
Come to Progress, come
Real
to Rev
talk.
Pro, because these guys can speak. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
and I'm not.
If more UK wrestlers were able to go to America, it would be gone.
I'm
sorry. After can I say before you
I
say
ain't got
that?
it, man.
Okay, go. You go.
No, I'm not disregarding the fact. At the end of the day, AEW, WWE are television programs. We are there to be entertained. Yes, you could do a shooting star press, but at the end of the day, we remember angles, remember segments, remember this. Cool, remember talking. However, the rest said it's a part of it because like you can't be poo in the ring and then expect. You know what I'm saying? That's said it's a part of it. The reason why I don't like the binaries that we're trying to do is like, oh, it has to be this or that. Cool. You have to entertain people in different ways. Some people are entertaining in terms of mic talking. Kenny Omega probably as a mic talker is a 3 out of 10. I mean, he's a 3 out of 5, sorry. But he's competent. You have to be the thing is, bare minimum, you have to be competent. You have to be excellent at something and then, do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these wrestlers, cool, they are good wrestlers, but they're bland. Even something as simple as, not even promo, entrances. What do you do in your entrance? What do you do in the ring? Like even, and then
Thank
even,
you.
you know,
Okay, thank you very much for this. I can't lie. You mentioned entrance. I even forgot about that. That's so important.
See,
Thank
look,
you. I can't lie, I forgot about that.
even when you're in the ring, it's not just about applying the hold. What face do you make when you're applying the hold?
Right,
Are you
right,
talking shit to these men when you're applying the hold?
right,
Do you know what I'm saying? It's all
Details.
because I think entertainment sometimes is always like regulated to promos.
people
No,
make it seem
people
linear when it's
people
a lot
make it
of
promo.
things.
No, you can entertain someone in the ring, bro. Another example, Adam Cole. What does he do in the ring all the time? He's talking to people. What are we praising about? What are we praising about Roman's reign this time?
To say.
What are we praising about Roman this time?
He talks to people.
Roman has not improved his wrestling. Roman's always been good.
Yeah.
But obviously with the tribal chief, but in the ring, what are we noticing? I'm gonna
talking,
smash you.
smashing.
That is entertaining. Entertainment isn't just regulated to promos. It's your entire character. That's why I had to intersect with the binaries and say that it's not just promos. It's
No.
everything. It's a total package.
Just being able to speak.
Yeah, it's a total
package.
package. Yeah,
Being able to
regard.
be yourself in that ring or projecting your character in that ring in any way, form or fashion. So if you're a dirty little bastard, then you're going to be a dirty little bastard in the ring. You're going to make sure you're going to rub man on the ropes. You're going to say, look, you little pricks, can you see what I'm doing to him?
the reason
Throw
why.
him at the ring,
That's the reason.
slap him in the, like all
This
of
is
that.
why I will
like,
never
all
take
plays
Seth
with
Rollins slander.
No,
No,
and
it's
also,
bizarre.
also, a character.
It's
There's
bizarre.
one character that got
mate.
over without saying a single word. Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
He got over without saying a single
yeah,
word,
that's-
but it was a
that's-
character.
The character is on point.
Exactly.
The
That's what I'm saying.
point.
It's on point. It's about there's many things you can do. I'm not expecting Daniel Garcia to come out and cut like Jericho's promos. What I'm expecting from you going forward is
Acting,
make yourself
Make it believable,
Make,
bruv.
Wheeler Yuta got over last week because of a slap.
And the way he took it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wheeler
Yuta,
Yuta
Really
slapped him.
good
You know
slapped
what I'm
him,
saying?
yeah.
Stuff like that is what. But in regards back to black talent as well, like I will say, like as much as like I'm all about there's a hierarchy, it's all this stuff. There's certain talent that they have Mr. Ball on. I feel like Ricky Starks is a travesty. I feel like Ricky Starks
Really?
is a travesty.
I think, in general, I think that whole FTW thing is a tragedy because if you know how Taz speaks, if you know how Taz
Absolute
speaks,
mess.
Will Hobbs should be speaking like that.
But you know what?
If you know how, if you know what it is,
I think another
sorry,
thing.
bro, I cut you off. You finish what you're saying. So I cut you off.
No, I was saying that Ricky Starks for me. When I talk about like unutilized talent, he's the one, because when he came into AEW, like, and he had that same with Cody, I was like, no, this guy can talk. This guy's got something. And like for me, I don't care. I'm not all about like titles. It's not about titles for me, because MJF won a single title on AEW. Yeah. How prominent? What angles are you putting man in?
It's okay.
What angles?
Tiny.
What angles are you putting man in? What are you building around Ricky Starks? Ricky Starks is basically the bully that when you first join the school, you have to get through me before you can get to the roster. That's what he's basically. You have to get through me before you can touch the other members of the roster. That's
Dolph Ziggler.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's basically Dolph Ziggler.
The litmus test, innit?
Yeah. And it's like this. I'm not saying. Listen, he could win. He can definitely be a TNT champion. But I don't care about quote unquote championships. For me, it's how prominently are you booked? Cool. What meaningful storylines are you putting? None.
You know what it is? I just feel that it's down to the wrestlers, innit? You see, sometimes you have to go against the book. Like, you can't expect everyone to spoon feed you. See, if I saw more of Will Hobbs trying to do his own actual character and project it in a certain way, no. But I mean, going against the odds. Sometimes you don't have to be the necessary just henchman that comes at. Maybe try and do that leader role for once. Try and go against the odds.
But the problem with that is, with Will Hobbs being Will Hobbs, he's not had that. So he's coming into this thing like a child. He's not going to look at the big man and think like, right, I'm going to do my own thing. He's probably scared to do his own thing, because if he does, that means he's not going to be on TV again the following week. You know what I mean? It's not
a gift and a curse, though, don't you think?
But you have to get to a certain point. Like, if Ricky Starks did that, you can argue that he's able to do that because he's a veteran and he's been around for a while. He's done this. He's been to Japan. Blah blah blah. He can do that. Will Hobbs can't do that. Will Hobbs could never even attempt to try and do that. You get cancelled straight.
Will Hobbs is very much happy to be here. Like,
He's
very much happy to be. He's like, bro,
interviews as well.
he's very much. I'm happy to be here. Like,
especially with his response to Big Swole.
I was just about to say, Will Hobbs back to his boy, so you know.
He's very happy.
Ask WRESTHINGS. Well, ask the Mandem.
I've got a question.
You might as well say, man. I like what you said. Ask Wrestling. We get you, the people, to ask us wrestling some questions. Our first, it's a shout out from Dash of Sports. They say WRESTHINGS is the coolest wrestling podcast in the world.
Good up.
Damn right. Our guy Chef Louis B, big up every single time, bro. If wrestling Twitter went outside and actually felt the touch of a real female, would it be a nice place?
I hear it.
I'm a child of God.
If wrestling Twitter went outside and actually felt the touch of a real female, would it be a nice place?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it would be, man.
No, but I have
a lot of roasting people.
But then again, wrestling fans are creeps.
No, but I have to say this.
I'm not a wrestling fan.
No. I have to say this here. Some of you. It's the divas accounts for me. All of you man are sick. Like, man, no, the diva, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah, they're horrible dogs.
Ooh.
Tony Storm thing, she made 15K, you know.
Ooh.
Mad money.
The salvation of the Lord is free. The salvation of the Lord is free.
Amen.
Pastor NK.
Bishop NK.
It's another similar question from our sister Chidera.
Yeah.
Should wrestling fans go outside and touch grass?
Yeah, just they need to touch more than grass, man. They touch concrete. They need to touch the train station. They touch the airplane. They fly off. Fuck off.
What I saw, travesty.
We've got a question specifically for NK. Has NK by any chance been watching the New Japan Cup?
But wait,
because NK is the only person here that watches New
Japan.
Japan.
Sakuka, we don't watch it. I don't watch New Japan as well. You want to violate.
No, is that NK answer? It's for NK.
For NK.
No, first of all, New Japan is for everyone. Second of
No. Sakuka says for you.
You have to get a passport, innit?
For you.
You have to get a passport. You have to get
New Japan.
Have to get the New Japan TDM.
Now with New Japan, I've missed out.
Strong Style is just in my name for jokes.
You have to do. You have to incorporate the magnitude.
It's all about marketing. It's all about marketing, isn't it? But I've been keeping up with some small sport New Japan. There's a couple matches I missed. I can't lie. I missed Minoru Suzuki versus Roma Takahashi. I missed Will Ospreay versus Zack. But I've obviously seen Shingo versus Ishii. In fact, me and Gigi have a video coming out soon about that match. But so far, I can't even lie. New Japan Cup, from what I've seen so far, has been fine, but the lack of crowds is killing me, bruv. And because they've expanded the tournament, it's like I said, with New Japan Cup, New Japan has a problem is in spiritual bondage with rematches. We've seen all these matches before. It's like, as good as they are, I've seen it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on New Japan Cup. New Japan's great wrestling, but product-wise, stagnant. Next.
GG, big up every single time, bro. Have you seen Swerve's wrestling boots? I think this is pretty cool space for a wrestler to get into. What do you think?
I saw them.
Basically,
thing,
it's a collab.
Nice.
If you haven't seen
Different. Yeah.
They look cold. I'll wear them like they're like Jordan 1.
No, I can't even lie. There's a lot of wrestlers that are sneakerheads. I wish that bag needs to be.
What's the guy? Is it Alistair Mark? What's the guy that's part of Street? Street Profits. What are they called again? The one that's part of AFO, the black guys. Isaiah Cassidy and what's his name?
Mark Quinn.
He's been wrestling
yeah.
straight. The golf, the American golf.
America Cup.
I'm so happy Private Party are free from the shackles of HFO.
Yeah, same.
And now they're in AFO though.
Yeah or no?
No, but at least they're Private Party again.
Yeah, somewhat.
They're Private Party again.
To a point.
That's pretty. Those shoes are pretty cool. He also asked if you could see any wrestler, any trainer collab between a wrestler and a brand, what would it be? Probably Jade Cargill and Nike.
Yeah,
But I see her doing like sportwear, not just the
sportwear,
shoe.
yeah, like
I see the athlete.
Modern.
If I say my on his fault, she doesn't sound nice. Jade Cargill and Fenty. That's what I'm trying to say.
do you know what'd be sick? Lucha Bros and Puma.
That would be sick.
Lucha Bros and Puma.
Yeah.
So basically,
That
what
would make
Puma
a
normally
lot of
do,
sense.
whenever they endorse a brand, they'll go back to the heritage, and after somehow Puma, the guy that made Puma, what is it? That's his brother.
Yeah.
Landed in Mexico in 1690 something, and he was there, and he saw luchador wrestling. Do you got what I mean?
Yeah,
And
Phoenix is a sneaker, do you know?
there you go. See,
Yeah,
what
I know Scorpio Sky's a big ski sneakerhead as well.
There you go.
He's a big sneakerhead as well.
No, but all the man knows Jordan 1s, bro. I'm tired.
Nah. To be fair,
I follow that page, you know.
Wrestler.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
It's alright. It's decent, but it's always Jordan.
Jordan ones, yeah.
It's always Jordans.
I want to see
Jordan ones and
but-
Jordan Dunks.
No, Scorpio Sky is big on his Adidas.
Yeah, he loves the Yeezys.
Yeah, he's big on his Adidas. So the Scorpio Sky
Can't
Adidas
doing some
collaboration.
Yeezys as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because
That'd be nice.
the Bucks says Scorpio's the guy that really like got them into that sneakers.
Yeah. And then Kofi Kingston's another one who's
Yeah, but he's more like phone posits and like
Proper like
American sneaker joint, like the LeBrons and that. I hear it though, it's nice. We don't wear them here.
The
though.
LeBron's with that paper mache, fam.
Yeah? They're comfortable. Yeah, comfortable. That's what I can say. I was gonna buy a pair in America, but they didn't really fit my steez here. Like, do you know what
You can't wear them.
I'm saying, bro. Do you know in America? When you go to America, you'll see certain things like, let me buy this. You bring it here. People are like, bro, what the fuck you wearing?
Right.
I remember the first time I wore a Jordan 30s, fam, everybody was cooking me. Now I'm seeing better people wear them.
There you go.
Mr. Frimpong, what theme song should Cody use when he returns to WWE?
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
I don't like Smoke and Mirror.
By
I'll say it.
What was the name? Well, I don't know the name of the band, but yeah.
Downstate.
Just Mark.
They are terrible live though.
Oh shit. Are you watching them?
Bro, did you not see their Revolution 2020 performance?
I don't remember.
Watch Cody's entrance when they come out and perform with him. Shy!
I watched that.
Shy! Because no, Jericho came out with was it Jericho? No, it was no. So Jericho on that same night came out with like an orchestral performance with Judas.
Yeah,
I don't
of
think-
course,
And
of
the
course.
contrast
Del
between that and Downstraight, them man needed to gargle some salt water, fam. The throat was killing them.
But
fam.
they want the wild
Ah!
oregano, yeah, they need that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they need that.
the wild oregano oil.
Shy, Downstraight.
Just Mark, big up every single time, bro. If you could go to only one of these events in the future, which one would you go to? Would it be Wrestle Kingdom in Tokyo, WrestleMania in New York, or Double or Nothing in Vegas?
Are you alright? WrestleMania in New York, bro. Madison Square Garden.
Kingdom.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Viva
Don't be
Las
silly.
Vegas. No, I'm joking. It's obviously
Don't be silly. WrestleMania in New York.
I'm not
No,
messing.
it's
I need to
WrestleMania.
see the cards of.
Yes.
I've seen the
I need to
cards
see
for
the
both.
card.
I need to see the cards.
But to answer the question for me, I'm all about the spectacle. WrestleMania
is
will
WrestleMania.
always
Yeah,
be the
WrestleMania.
spectacle. So
And Madison Square, if you give me Madison Square Gardens,
me
yeah,
as well.
I'm there
Nah,
still.
for me,
That's me.
For
That's
me,
With the entrance with
the card. There's only two. The card of either or depends. It depends.
You're definitely not
when it comes down to it, yeah. When
I'm
it
not
comes
going
down to it,
WrestleMania for shit.
Sure, I
No.
know you are. I know
yeah.
you
When
are.
it comes down to it, yeah. But the
I don't
spectacle-
care, bruv. I really don't care.
He's going Hollywood though.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
I've got Hollywood because alternative draws. Alternative
Alternative.
This draw.
Alternative
Man said I'm going for independent wrestling.
Independent wrestling.
Obviously, there'll be independent wrestling events there anyway.
Independent.
Man said I'm going for indie talent.
Make my debut, fam.
Man said I'm going for the people that Adrian puts on his Blacksmith Apparel. He says, he's got something for us to discuss. Angle and Sting were a bigger game changer for TNA at the time than Punk and Bryan have been for AEW.
It's too early. It's too early.
I think maybe you
I
can
agree
say that.
still.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
agree.
is, like now, Punk and
Sorry, let me
Bryan
get-
have
yeah,
come
yeah.
into a product which is flourishing.
Right,
Like, they
right,
don't need to
right,
come
right,
here
right,
necessarily. They-
right.
Like they've added to AEW.
Yeah, that
but
one's
like,
different. That one's different.
AEW was flourishing anyway. Sting and Angle basically picked up TNA and said,
And
"Let's go."
Let's go.
Bro,
So
do you remember the vignettes when they're saying Angle's coming?
yeah,
That alone.
That was mad.
Angle versus Joe was
Crazy.
And both of
That
their
was
theme tunes are
crazy.
cold.
It's a different question, but no.
Yeah, that's yes.
He's right though. Nabil asks, what is one match moment you wish you were in attendance for? I'd say Kofi Kingston winning the WWE title.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that. The other alternative for me was when Dolph Ziggler cashed in. The pop for that was crazy.
Is this a WrestleMania match or?
No, any.
I would have loved to see when Rollins cashed
Seth.
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
Versus
Seth.
was there
Verse
still.
was there still, yeah.
I would love to see.
Yeah, or Seth. Yeah.
I would love to have been on that thingy, that Piper. I know I keep talking about that Piper Bret Hart match. Would have been there. And I would have been there when I would love to have been there when Virgil beat Ted DiBiase for the $1 million title match. For the dollar belt.
I'd have loved to see.
Have you, did you not see the? Have you watched that match? You watched the match back? Have you seen the pop he got?
For me, I would have loved to be there.
You think it's funny? Go watch the match. I'm getting bullied, guys. I'm getting bullied on my own podcast. What's going? I'm getting bullied.
I'm happy to be with you, man.
Go.
For me, I would have really wanted to be at Money in the Bank 2011 when CM Punk came out.
Oh yeah, and he won.
Yeah, bruv. I would have, bruv. That's my favorite entrance ever. Like ever.
that electricity?
Bro!
Yeah, it was mad stuff.
Yeah, and obviously when Omega won at Dominion.
This is not Undertaker tax. So I'm not even going to mention Taker before everyone starts saying.
Any Taker match will be sick to watch.
No, well, a Taker went. Okay.
When Taker lost,
Taker
that
for
would've been-
Mankind, cool. That'd be a lovely moment. But then that triple threat ladder match with Edge, Christian, Hardy Boys, and Dudley Boys.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, which one?
The first one they had.
2000.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2000.
That one was.
No,
gritty,
that
you know.
one was very, very cold.
Crazy.
AJ Christian. Yeah, that was cold.
Crazy.
Bobby Dudley hurt himself that day.
Yeah.
Sure.
From Gigi, which match are you most excited to see at Everything Pattern this week?
That triple threat tag team match with 87. Who's the guys?
A Tribe Called Catch.
Tribe Called
Yep.
Catch, and after there's another.
Is our guy Jordan
RJ
Saeed
Singh.
there?
RJ Singh and Jordan Saeed.
Yeah. I need to watch that match.
Yeah,
So.
yeah,
And also
yeah.
Thingy. Oh, bro, Warren Banks versus what's his name again?
Jody Flash.
Jody
Bro,
Flash.
that match is gonna be sick. I saw them at that 6-way.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, that 6-way. Yeah. I'm excited.
Man, our boys are coming in it, yeah. It's some of them was their first time watching wrestling live. And I feel like when they leave tomorrow, they're gonna get back
be
into
different,
wrestling.
bro.
They're gonna be watching independent wrestling.
It's gonna be different, bro.
All thanks to this guy,
Yeah, man.
Mr. Independent, bro. Hey, do you know when? Hey, when we do live shows, you know what song he used to come out to? Do you know Vice Cartel? Mr. Independent. I'm not knocking when you're nice. I'm gonna wanna hide.
I'm being bullied.
Mr. Independent. I tell me like a tatala.
Help
My
me.
mister, you are my miss.
Jonathan Gresham versus Malik.
Yeah, no, I can't because it'll be my first time seeing Gresham live.
There's also the triple threat with the women for the Pan African.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's tonight.
That's
Sorry,
tonight.
that's tonight.
That's
That's
tonight,
tonight.
You see
That's
Trish
tonight.
Adora.
That's
Lincoln's
tonight.
there. I think Lincoln's going to that.
Yeah, he's crewing. Yeah, he's a crew over there.
Nice.
Wrestling with Fiction, big you guys up, big up Connor. Who has been your favourite guest on the podcast so far?
Hi.
It's actually mad, not even to guess anything, yeah. But I feel like every guest we've had on, maybe bar one episode, has been I've enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
Bar one episode.
That was an episode.
No, it's not the episode you probably think I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
What? Band?
No, what?
No. Oh, the people that are banned. Yeah, the people that are banned. I hate that episode.
People that are banned.
The collab.
Oh,
Banned.
I hate that episode.
yeah, but yeah, okay.
I like the guests, but yeah. Generally, I like all the guests.
I like everyone, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I was talking my favorite episode of all time.
Let me guess.
I can't do guess, but I can do episode of all time though.
What's your favourite episode of all time?
One I can listen back to and laugh again and again. Not even laugh. So I think the episode we done is actually 2. So the wrestling extra we done with Ojima before he had that match with Ospreay.
That was nice.
That's a solid episode. Watch it, listen to it back, and even the wrestling extra episode as well is funny. Obviously, the Gabe episode is another one as well. That's one of my favorite as well.
The Super Monkey one, that one.
Oh, that bro. Do you know that's
JPR's episode is probably one of my favourite
Yeah,
episodes.
God's plan. God's plan. God has a plan.
Gabe the
I just
Kid.
onto it as well.
Big you up every single time, bro. Are you guys planning on doing a live podcast show? Because please let us know.
Yeah, we will, but
I mean, if you guys want to see us, why not?
Yeah, we need to.
Let us know.
let us know. Look, I've always said, bro, the comment section is always bare sometimes. So, guys, if you see stuff like this, you want to ask wrestling as well for like a future episode. Write down the comment, man. If you want to see us live, let us know.
Yeah.
The more people are talking about it, the more people,
Of course, we'll do
supply and demand, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Certain man are dating and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like we could be using our time wisely to be entertaining you, man. Innit? Some man are linking galley, is it? But anyways,
I'm a married
You
man.
people don't ask for live show and don't buy ticket. Please
You get what I'm
support
saying?
my brothers.
Seriously,
Buy
I beg.
ticket.
Nobody come and ask for a guest list, bruv. Nobody come and ask. I ain't patting me.
I'm not gonna, if you're Leng, I'll pattern you still. If you're Leng, man will pattern you. If you look like Jade or the Vanity Twins, man will pattern you still.
What do they even do?
They wrestle, fam. Come on, man. Let's not.
They actually wrestle. What's
Come
their
on,
first
fam.
match?
They're trading.
Have you seen their first match?
A lot, man. Come on, man. They're learning, man. Can someone not learn? Look at the man conspiring, fam. So now you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, look at the caption. I said about wrestling fans being sickos in. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Groovy Jimmy, big up every single time, bro.
Come on,
he says-
Scott.
So that's mad.
He asked your favorite incarnation of Chris Jericho. Y2J,
Y2J.
or when he was in the suit.
Yes, when he was in the suit, and he was talking
short
bare, when he was talking bare slow, I loved it. You
Y2J
stupid.
for me, boy.
Yeah.
I hated the Save Us Jericho, when he just came with the light up jacket and just.
Oh, that one.
It's either Y2J for me.
Y2J.
I loved his New Japan run when he first got there,
Haymaker.
Haymaker, and then the list Jericho. Like,
What about the one
I thought that was brilliant.
Billy got one. I didn't mind that one as well. I like that one.
That was like early 2000s.
That's not even Y2J, is it?
It was
Just before he left WCW?
Yeah, no.
just when it was facing like Shawn Michaels.
Michaels.
Oh,
WrestleMania,
yeah.
like-
I call him this. Here Comes the Pain version of
yeah.
No, for me, it's definitely Y2J, man. That one
Gotta
when he come for the Rock. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
That was special, man.
The Champion was quite.
Champion was sick.
Yeah, that was.
I hated this program with Orange Cassidy though.
No, that
That was
dumb.
pointless, yeah.
No, but that was after he was champion, innit? So
I saw Chris Jericho say he didn't like that.
Pandemic
Huh?
He said he didn't like it, did he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, for me, early Chris Jericho, man.
Of course, there's quite a few
Quote,
questions.
any quote? Oh.
What changes, this is from Mr. Frimpong
Speak to the
again, what changes would you make to best utilise all of the new current talent that AEW has?
Hey,
We've said it kind of.
this one, yeah.
How much
We
time
have-
do you
well,
have?
how much
To
time
be
do we
fair,
have?
I think I said this all the time. The easiest change is to just make dark shows more relevant. Get rid of all these.
What about Rampage though?
Indie wrestlers, isn't it?
Get rid of all these one-time indie wrestlers. They don't need it anymore,
Championship
basically,
wrestling
because pandemic's done.
Yeah.
So they don't
They don't
need
need
it.
the bread no more,
It's
man.
not.
Like,
It's not the same.
Charity's over.
Right. So
Really?
just make.
Charity's done.
Are you gonna go watch these YouTube matches? Are you gonna watch these YouTube?
I would.
You man?
You're more
Listen,
likely to
listen,
watch
listen,
it if
listen.
it's
I
a
said
show
this
you're
before.
watching.
That's why I
I said
watch
this
it.
before. If Dark had like its own championship, for example, and we ended up having Cesaro versus Jonathan Gresham on Dark for whatever that championship is, I'm watching it.
To be fair, you're right, because when Suzuki versus Brian was on YouTube, I watched it live. So
And I remember watching the early days of Dark, and I used to see Joey Janela versus Kenny Omega in the Lights Out match. In the Lights Out match, like Dark used to have that something. I'd be like, you know what? Let me-
Even when Big Swole versus
Diamante.
Diamante.
That was good,
Yeah, that whole
we were
series.
invested because something was happening. It was a story.
You're right.
So-
You're right. I'm being stupid. I'm being naive.
Basic.
I'm being naive.
And the thing is, I watch MLW every week, so if there was something. I did. But you know, sometimes
Is it good? Is it good? Yeah.
Because I'm working, I'm not doing nothing. So it's like,
I watch
it's
it
just
just
on.
on, yeah.
It's just on. Do you know what I mean?
Last
And it's like I watch it, and I'm more frustrated that I watch it.
struggle.
But I can't stop watching it because I'm just at work doing nothing.
I watched
do you know
last
what I
I
mean?
one
want
tonight,
to, but
so-
I just.
The match with Buddy Matthews and TJ.
No, I can't like you man buried them on them. When you said there's blood on the mat.
No, but that was pandemic. They clean up.
No, they're clean up. It's a different match now, isn't it? The Monkeys is coming
It was
through.
pandemic, man. I allowed it.
No, I'm serious. I feel like they filmed everything with like a week.
One goal.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
So they even one time they lied. They said, "Oh, what's his name? Westside Gun
West Side Gun.
was in the rafters, but they didn't show him.
Nothing. He was
So yeah, Westside Gun's in the building, but we didn't see him.
Wow.
I don't know why did.
He actually came to. He actually went to MLW.
I don't know why AW didn't get him to do the mixtape, but anyway.
Forget it. It's fine.
Let's not.
Anyways, I can't wait to listen to the mixtape.
It's okay.
Boy.
Oh, has anyone listened to it?
Any quote tweets?
Nah.
There's only one good song I like. I haven't listened to the whole mixtape. I've listened to.
Where'd you find it?
Oh, Liam Moriarty used it as an entrance.
Oh. And so did Wobbs. Wobbs.
Oh, and
I couldn't really hear it.
I heard Isaiah Cassidy and.
One thing I didn't understand was that Auntie Ogogo's song was called Fish and Chips, but there was no British people on the song.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm out.
So what you trying to say, man? That Stormzy could have been on it.
I'm out.
They could have got one eye open when I'm sleeping. That could have, even £1 fish, like.
What about the Swave?
I don't want to be on that.
No.
I don't
I
rap
come
on-
through the Mac. Call me Macho Man.
No, I don't. My man's not on that whole 2005 Madden type beats. Like that.
They would have got you on the boom bap type.
I don't mind boom bap, but
I don't mind boom bap,
if
yeah.
these men are rapping like they're
I
wearing
was
jean
our shit though.
shorts.
We was our shit back in the day though.
No, I still listen to a few boom bap.
same.
Like, fam, I listen to Channel
what?
Talk 4.
Yeah.
Benny the fam, amazing. But if these men are rapping like they're still wearing jean shorts and
I wear jean shorts.
them trains with
wear
the
jean shorts
DC.
already.
What's the trains with the DC on it?
I know.
Trains with DC.
I know.
The ones that look like skate ones.
Yeah, they come back into fashion though.
If it's Louis Vuitton, I wear it. But if it's not, if it's DC, why am I wearing it?
I wear DC.
If it's Louis Vuitton, I wear it.
Yeah, same.
If it's Gucci, I wear it.
I wear DC.
I'm backwards. I'm bougie. I don't mind.
Yeah, same.
I don't mind.
I don't mind. I'm bougie.
So when A$AP Rocky done a collab with DC, he wasn't feeling it. Or Under Armour, it was like an Under Armour, but I was like,
I was going to say A$AP Rocky.
no, but it had like it was A$AP Rocky. You could tell.
No, if it's A$AP Rocky, I wear it because I'm bougie.
What's the same with DC?
But if it's Will Hobbs, I'm not wearing it.
No, but some of these rappers are actually rapping on it, and boy.
The rest are rapping on it.
Yeah, some of
Private
them.
Party?
Some of them.
Power Party, yeah.
I think they go in. They go in.
Private party, yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, cool, I think we're gonna do.
So they can't do a fire in the booth. It's not gonna slap.
We'll do content on it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Black
do like a
wrestling
listener
draws.
party. We're gonna
Black
do,
Wrestling Draws Calvin Klein.
I even tweeted after that
Authentic
whole
apparel.
thing. I said I'm gonna tweet Black Wrestling Podcast draws. If anybody now starts to make it pop, I'm coming for all your asses.
What? Wait, what?
I'll take
You're
it.
coming for what?
I'll take it.
Man's gonna come out here. Man's gonna cry like this.
They've cut you.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
He's coming outside.
I'll take that one.
We're coming for you, nigga.
We're coming for you. I'm about to be like Spider-Man, you know.
No, I'll take that one still.
Touching us, bro.
Go,
Yo,
sucker.
hey, Adrian, honestly, big up for coming on, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Honestly. Next time you're in London, if you're here on a Wednesday or
Always.
Tuesday, let us know. We'll make it happen again, man.
You
Honestly.
definitely need to come up to Brum, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go Brum as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, I need to go Brum.
Last time I
I've
came,
got a few indie matches down in Brums.
Trust me, yeah,
last
likewise.
time I
A
came
couple man
Brum.
want to go on excursion.
We came Brum, innit? We came Brum for a show, innit?
Yeah, I've been a couple.
Or
of
like
Brum for-
kamikaze or something.
I was performing
that
that.
show, yeah. So we went to go see him and
Nah,
stuff.
I love
But
Brum Brum.
didn't really explore it too tough.
Have to explore the roster.
I have to come, yeah. But yeah, big up one more time, man. Honestly.
They got my bum in the comments.
Any shout outs, any things you want to say, any announcements you want to say before you look off?
Why? The only thing I can say is make sure you tune into Wrestle Extra
Yes,
with
please,
me
Wrestle Extra.
and my boy Mekz.
Mekz on Wrestle Extra.
Wrestlemaniac,
Come on, man.
if you
all
will.
day.
Tuesdays at 6:30 GMT, 1:30 EST.
Wait, you didn't want
US.
today?
We went on today because we're here.
Oh shit!
Come
I thought
on.
you pre-recorded it. You don't.
Nah. We usually do it live on it, so
Yeah, because obviously you answer the questions and that.
of course, of
Shit,
course.
yes.
But yeah, man.
We need you guys to pretend, like,
Once
just
you-
make up fake questions.
Just
Put them on the screen.
So Anafi 567 said. But yeah, man, big up, man. Obviously, guys, tune into Wrestle Extra. Wrestle Extra.
Yep.
Also, guys, follow Adrian on Instagram as well. Black Wrestling Alliance, one of the best pages on Instagram for black wrestling or even wrestling in general. Where's that, bro? When you gonna put me on this wrestling drip thing, fam? I'm tired, fam. This brother can't be on it alone.
That
you know?
boy's been on there already.
Let me tell you what. I'll send you.
I should be there multiple times, though. But
I can't lie, bro.
I should be there multiple times.
I was
I
out.
took that picture, you know.
There's a
I took the
photo
picture.
of all three
No,
of
but
us.
obviously, Adrian knows ball, man. Come on, man. Adrian knows ball.
Three of us.
Adrian,
Adrian knows
I'm gonna send you a library of pictures. You have to pick one.
Alright.
Adrian, I'm not gonna lie.
I was
You
always.
see, every time I post from now on, I actually have to join it because I'm not gonna lie. You can't. I'm not gonna lie. You can't compare us to these
Adrian,
guys, man.
you see,
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
don't
lie.
do it, yeah.
Like I'm American by passport, but you see the drip. It's British. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to drip. I'll be honest with you.
I stand with what's right. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not really cocky about drip, but you know, there's a certain.
No, Sam, Grace. Sam's got a photo, yeah. The thing, the birthday photo. That's what I said.
Alright.
See me. Hey, I will send you.
I'm the first podcaster in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put a t-shirt. First
Get the
podcast.
fuck out of here. Hey, you gotta put me on.
Adrian knows ball, man. Come on, man.
It's my son's naming very soon. I'm gonna be wearing Agbada. You know what Agbada is?
That's wearing that.
Just me. I'll be wearing Agbada. Hey, if you don't put it on Adrian, I'll be upset, you know. I'm even gonna hashtag.
I said I'm wearing the cultural.
I'm gonna hashtag wrestling drip. If I'm not.
Baby naming.
Adrian,
please.
I'm gonna take a picture like this. Adrian, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Adrian, bro.
I'm on my knees, please, Adrian. I'm begging you. I need this shit.
Where is this? I've been on
Your drip shot. What? Don't worry about my drip. Show yours.
GP. But yeah, big up Adrian, man. Honestly, just a love, man. Guys, this is a Tuesday episode, so obviously we didn't do a round up for AEW, but this episode will drop on a Friday. We got another episode.
We
drop.
never really do a round up at AEW anyways.
But if we talk about it, we talk about it in the past, right? So we actually
Yeah.
we've done we've done that for the past 2 weeks, though. We filmed on a Thursday, right? That's when I said that. Okay, cool. But yeah, guys, man, comment on this, like, subscribe, buy our merch. Also, Manscaped as well. Use our code, the Mandem, to get 20% off at Manscaped. Anything else? Anything else I'm missing?
Wrestling's House.
Any announcements? Oh, Wrestling's House. Wrestling's House is coming to an end. The season 1 is coming to an end. If you would like to be on Wrestling's podcast, please send us a DM. We'll send you a questionnaire. You guys fill it in. You want to be on? Yeah, we'll sort it out, bro. We'll send you a questionnaire. We'll fill it in. After, we'll take it from there.
And if you're a non-wrestling fan, please shout us.
Yeah, please shout us as well.
Please come
One of my boys from gym, he watched it.
Come on, yeah.
He started watching wrestling again.
Okay, cool. We'll get
He
him on.
went to Howe in Victoria.
Oh, sir.
He went randomly, and he's like, yeah.
Which how was
Let's get
this?
one.
There's
How's around.
You have one in Clapham.
What event?
He went to Royal Rumble. He went to Royal Rumble.
Let's get one.
No, because he didn't know, innit? Again, so he wants to come on.
That's it.
Yeah, he's signed up to WWE Network. He's watching
Yeah.
their Raw and whatnot.
Let's do it, man.
Sorry, I know he's wrapping up. You know how mental it is to just walk into a pub on a Saturday night and wrestling's on?
Nuts.
It's very mad.
That's very
The
nuts.
first time I went to it, bro, that one day, it has a
All that was our first one, isn't it?
yeah, it has a soft spot in my heart.
That
But
one
yeah,
is mad.
But yeah, guys, DM us, we'll send you a questionnaire, fill it in, and we'll basically cast you from there. Season 2 and Season 3, I've got some banging matches. We booked it yesterday, late night. I'm gassed. You done a shit. I can't lie. Some of the matches you might not put in, yeah, nuts. But yeah, guys, we're gonna love you and leave you. What else we say?
A deal come, man. We want to get your Wrestling's House, innit?
If it can happen, let's make it happen.
People buying tickets.
I don't know, boy.
True big man.
I'm gonna bang you. I'm gonna bang you.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
But yeah, guys,
It's the water.
we're gonna catch you guys next week. No, I'm
okay. I'm bleeping that one. That one we're bleeping. That one we're bleeping.
No, you can't do that.
That was a bad thing.
No, I'm beeping that one out. As you
No, I'm
finish,
saying.
But yeah,
Student.
bro,
Anyway,
that one
carry
is
on,
that one.
please.
Fuck.
Please carry on.
I'm taking a picture.
I'm saying.
Do you know? I'm not gonna say it off camera. But yeah, guys, we'll catch you guys next week. We love you. Bye, the Mandem.
Wait.
Oh, it's your boy Nafi.
Doughboy.
Mekz.
A Dazzle.
Okay.
Sam Blacks.
Wrestling podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast in the world. Bye, the Mandem.
For the Mandem.
Bow.
Hey, yo.
Jade Cargill, I love you.
Catch you guys next week.
You just got to the end of the podcast, and if you've enjoyed what you've listened to, enjoyed what you watched, enjoyed the vibes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bow.